What makes a GTA Online update good? Is it adding the best business in the game? Is it adding a whole new island? Or is it something that these 4 most impactful updates did when added to GTA Online? And remember guys, this is my opinion. Don't kill me in the comments for it. But let's begin with further advances in finance and felony, which was definitely a really strong update because it laid some pretty big foundations, as well as adding some nice vehicles. Obviously, the main part of this update were the CEO towers that got unlocked because they were the first actual business to get released. Even though before this update, players could become CEOs, they couldn't really do anything with it besides like VIP work, I think. And even to this day, CEO towers are one of the most used businesses by new players because of the relatively low price to start and just how simple it is to run. So with the release of this update, players finally had a business to grind instead of just grinding out contact missions and VIP work. This update also removed the time limit on being a CEO, which used to be 4 hours, which honestly I could never imagine being the new gen player that I am. And just as a cherry on top, there were some really nice cars that got added in this update, like the Pegassi Reaper, the X80 Proto, Bestia GTS, Dubashi 770, and the Tugboat, which we all love. So I was editing the video and I just realized that you're not subscribed. So press that huge white button under the video, leave a like, leave a nice comment, and enjoy watching the rest of the video. The next update on our list is probably one of the biggest ones to ever be released, that update being the Doomsday Heist update. And with this one, we got the Doomsday Heist itself, obviously, which is split into 3 different acts. So we kind of got 3 separate heists, because each act of the Doomsday Heist has its own setups, preps, and finales, each paying you a different amount. And you're probably thinking, with so much content coming out, surely there was some corners cut, and surely there was some content which was completely rushed out. But that couldn't be further from the truth, because the Doomsday Heist had an amazing story and had some really fun missions to do. So besides the fact that the heist takes absolutely ages to finish, it was quite a good heist to play. This update also released the Avenger as a service vehicle, which is pretty important because later down the line they had an entire update about the Avenger, which was received very well. And of course, the new vehicles that came out with this update were completely different to anything players have seen before, because we got a flying car, a submarine car, and a jetpack, which is completely unheard of in GTA. We also got some good weapon variants like the Special Carbine Mark II, which is definitely my most used gun like ever. And of course, we got a bunch of random things which make the update so much bigger, like the 65 pieces of clothes, the 120 masks, the double action revolver and its whole treasure hunt, and its custom animations when you pull it out and put it away. The third update on our list is the update which was in competition with the Doomsday Heist for being the biggest update in the game. That update being the Cayo Perico heist. So just in case you can't tell, we got the island of Cayo Perico and the entire heist where we have to try and rob it. So first, let's talk about the island itself. Releasing a whole new island with a whole bunch of new characters is already something that takes a whole amount of effort, especially when you consider the amount of Easter eggs that there are on this island, like all of these random dead people and the Loch Ness monster. But when you think about how deep this heist goes, it's completely mind-blowing, and the hype for this heist was definitely worth it. If you scope out the island correctly, you're gonna have a total of 6 different entry vehicles, each with their own setups and their own entry points onto the island. So for example, you could only do a halo jump using the Alkanos, and you could only go to the airstrip with the Venom 5-seater. But once you're on the island, you're basically free to do whatever you want. Now of course, you could try and get to the primary target as fast as you can and complete the elite challenge, or you could try approach it in a completely different way, because there are some things that you can collect on the island which you scoped out before. Stuff like guard uniforms and a supply truck, meaning you could con your way in, or you could find a grappling hook or safe codes to stealthily sneak your way in, or you can get in through the drainage tunnel, which requires an extra setup before the finale begins. And honestly, it's this level of detail which everybody loves Rockstar for.
Get a load of this guy.
The final update we have is the OG heist update, and honestly this one definitely had the most impact on the game because GTA is a game about crime. You can't really play it without having any sort of heists or any sort of planned out robberies like the ones that came out in this update. I mean honestly, try to imagine a time without heists in the game where the only way to make money was contact missions or VIP work, and where there wasn't really much to do in free mode besides fighting people and chilling with your friends. So of course, when the heists came out, they were a good way to make money at the time and were a brilliant pastime because there were 5 different heists that came out in this update. But besides the main heist that came out, we also got this minigame, which completely traumatized me because I got stuck on it for so long that we were just sat outside Felicia Bank for a good half an hour. We also got this one, which is used in a lot more recent updates. Not that I can think of any right now. And of course, we got a bunch of new vehicles, which are used to this day quite a bit, like the Hydra Jet, the Karuma and its armored version, the Insurgent and the pickup version, the Velim, which we don't like, but we have to admit is used quite a bit, and of course, the post-up van. I swear, this van follows me everywhere I go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, because this van just ruined it for me. So I will see you in the next one.